Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is okay. Now, my picture looks a bit strange today. I look to me like I'm looking down, but I've tried it at different angles and it's not working. So just if that does look a bit strange to you, we'll just bear with it. Do you know, it's been really chilly this week, hasn't it? And I've been glad to see everyone wrapped up nice and warm. It's going to be a really cold weekend, so stay warm. My favourite thing when it's really cold is to go for a long walk. And then what I really enjoy is coming back in when it's nice and toasty and warm and enjoying that. It's my favourite thing, and long walks in the countryside. So, everyone has been brilliant in school. I haven't done an assembly for a few weeks, but you've been so good. I've been in classrooms watching you, what you're learning in some classrooms, and that's been absolutely brilliant. And just the little thing, it's always my nag, just to keep working at, is keep walking in the corridors. You know, every day I give out house points to people who are being so sensible in corridors, and I'm afraid every day I have to remind one or two people, you know who you are, so make sure you're walking and you're walking quietly in those corridors. Okay, we've got some house points this morning to start us off. So in fourth place were earth. In third place were air. Fire beat them, but only by 10 house points. Fire was second. And water, who often win, were the winners, the winning classes. Earth, it was heron. Fire, it was, I haven't put a circle around it. Fire, it was, bear with me, it was little grebes. Air, it was curlews, and water, it was penguins. I was like a prime minister making a speech then, forgot my words. Luckily I didn't mention Peppa Pig. That's just a little silly joke. Right, well, we haven't had any Michael Rosen for ages, so I thought we'll have some Michael Rosen. I hope you never get up to this at home. And you know, I did look back, and I'm not sure if I've read this already, so again, apologies if I have. When my mum and dad went out, we moved the chair to the end of the settee, and then we used to take it in turns to do dive bombs off the chair and onto the settee. Stand by, wee, kaplumph, great. Jump down on the floor, back onto the chair, stand by for dive bomb, wee, kaflump. Wow, did you see that one? Then we did another chair on the other end of the settee and rammed the table up close to the chair. Then you could dive bomb off the chair onto the settee, wee, kapflumph, climb onto the chair at the other end of the settee and then up on the table. Leap off the table like a red devil, yahoo, bam, on the floor. Then we piled up all the cushions in the corner so you could go tunnelling along the wall, round the corner, back to the chair next to the settee, jugga, 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 and banging your feet on the floorboards, thudda, thudda, thudda. Great. I asked Haribo, Tony Sanders, Lizzie, Gray and Hendy over, and all 7 of us went round. Great. Next day, we all met up, and it was Lizzie who said, after we've dive bombed the settee, we could trampoline for a bit, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. And then if we pulled the flaps out of the table, we could do marching on the table. Imagine that. Clomp, clomp, clomp. Great, I said, come over. Yeah, we'll come over for gymnastics at Rosie's place. So that night we dashed out of school into our front room, moved the furniture around and away we went. Stand by for dive bomb, wee, kaplump on the settee. Trampoline, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Up on chair number 2, up on the table, march. Clomp, 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 clomp. Red devil, yahoo! Bam onto the floor. Jugga, jugga, jugga. Under the cushions. Thudder, thudder, thudder. And back to chair number 1. All 7 of us. Great. Screaming our heads off round and round our gymnastics course. The doorbell rang. Right in the middle of our session. The doorbell. I went and answered the door. It was the man from downstairs. He looked at me for a long time, and then he started to speak. Is your father in? No, I said. Tell him I want a word with him when he comes in, will you? He said. Yes, I said. He went on looking at me. I could hear him breathing, and his eyes were getting big. His mouth was tightening up. And then he shouted, "My light fitting has just fallen out of my ceiling! What's going on? I've never heard anything like it! What have you got in there, a whole herd of elephants? My light fitting has just fallen out of my ceiling!" Then, all quiet, he said, "I shall tell your mother and father about this. Don't you worry, Sonny, you'll see." He went indoors. He went indoors. I dashed back into the front room. They were all lying all over the floor, panting and giggling. That was the man from downstairs. He said we'd bust his light or something. "Blimey," one of them said, "you'll be in trouble." "Yeah, Rosie's in trouble," they said. And they all got up off the floor and dashed out the house. You can bet they didn't hang around or anything. God, dear, oh dear. Well, I can recommend that you should never do gymnastics at your house. Now, oh, hang on, I'll put them over here. So, we have 2 joke boxes, which is great, and I know some of the Year 6, Liana and Archie, and some of the others have been collecting them. If I don't read out your joke, it'll stay in the box. Can I just give you a top tip about writing your jokes for me? And thank you so much if you do it. Please make sure I can read your writing, because there's a couple today and I can't read your writing, which is a bit tricky. So if your writing is a bit tricky, or if you're learning to write, you're getting better at it, and you know that it's not that easy to read, get someone to help you write them out, but make sure you put your names on them. All right? Great. So we've got 4 jokes today. And they've nearly all got names on. Sylvie and Oscar in Kingfishers. Sylvia and Oscar, I think it is. Might be Sylvie, sorry. Why did the teacher call both her sons Ed? Because 2 Eds are better than 1. It's a good one, like that. That's a good joke. This is from Makoko in Year 5. What did Sushi A say to Sushi B? Wasabi? Wasabi? Sushi A? Sushi B? Wasabi? Do you know wasabi is the stuff that you put on sushi? It's like the, it's got a really hot taste to it. I love sushi. I really love sushi with a nice bit of wasabi on it. It's really nice. Good joke, Coco. Now, I don't know who this joke's from. They haven't put their name on it, which is such a shame, but it's a good joke. What animal, probably should be which animal, can jump higher than a building? Answer, all animals. Buildings can't jump. That is a really good joke. I like that joke. Think about it. And do you know we have a joke from a member of staff today, one of our amazing members of staff, Miss Cogger, who works in Year 5. She's quite a new member of staff, but she's fitted in beautifully to our school. A boy, it's a good joke, a boy walks into school with a fried egg on his head. The teacher asks him, "Why'd you have a fried egg on your head?" And the boy replies, "Because boiled eggs fall off." Good joke. Right, have a good day, walk in corridors, stay warm. Bye.